What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing tonight? Very spur of the moment, last minute stream that I wanted to do. Solo stream tonight, but I wanted to talk about Friday the 13th and celebrating its 45th anniversary release. So, again, last minute thing. So, if you forget the live show. You can always check it back later on my channel, which you're watching right now, right? 1988. So, but I hope you're all doing well. I'll wait a little bit to see if anybody pops in. Which there's one person viewing right now. So hello, hello. How is everybody doing tonight on Friday? Also, it is Friday, and I am off work tomorrow. So I'm doing this a little later than normal. Normally do it, if I do a live stream, I like to do it a little bit earlier than this, but yeah, I'm off work this weekend. So very, very, very exciting. But yeah, a couple things real quick before we talk everything Friday the 13th. If you have not followed Cinema Edge, our new podcast that I do with my buddy TJ, I'm going to leave the link to our YouTube channel down below. We actually have a group channel that we both collaborate on. And so please go subscribe down to the channel in the description of this video. I love doing that with my buddy TJ, and we just had our first episode, and it was awesome. I'm super happy with it. I know TJ is, and we're looking forward to doing more of those. So please go again, follow our group channel down below, and we will be doing more live streams on that channel, also my channel. But I really want you all to go and follow and subscribe to the channel in the description. Lampkin, how are you doing? Yes, happy Friday the 13th to happy, not Friday the 13th, happy 45th anniversary to the original Friday the 13th. And I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well as well, Lampkin. And if I see, if I seem to be like just talking a little crazy, it's because it's a little late, but I wanted to do something fun. Sarah, how are you, my friend? What's going on, Sarah? Hope you're doing well. If you'd like, let me know, and you can, join the stream and talk Friday the 13th with me. So let me know. It's not going to be a super long stream. I'm probably going to go like an hour, but Sarah, let me know in the comments and I'll send you a link and you can take part in this one. We can talk about our first time watching the original Friday the 13th and what it means to us, and then talk about the franchise. Okay, Sarah, let me send you a link. I'm going to go on Instagram and I'll send that to you. So just give me a couple minutes. Let's see. Sorry if I'm a little quiet and awkward right now. I hope you're all doing well. I'll be right with you all. In the meantime, if you're in here, stop in, say hello. All right, Sarah. I sent it to you on Instagram. So, but anyway, if y'all don't know, Friday the 13th is one of my all-time favorite franchises, but the original Friday the 13th is also one of my favorite slasher movies and horror movies out there. And I definitely want to talk to Sarah about our memory seeing the movie for the first time, because I have a great memory seeing Friday the 13th. And so, yeah, I'm excited for that. And then I want to talk about the franchise briefly, give our opinions on them. Oh, there's Sarah right now. What's up, Sarah? Let me fix this real quick.
Yep.
How's it going?
Hello. Since it's been about 2 years since we did this.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I don't do as many like I used to.
Yeah.
So, but I want to get back into it. Definitely.
Yeah. I know. I'm the same way. I didn't do a video for almost 3 months, and then I was like, it's about time I got off my ass and did another one. So
it is. Hey, we're
yeah.
OGs. We're
yeah,
OGs.
we are
Sarah.
OGs.
Oh my gosh, going all the way back to what, 07, 08, 09, somewhere around that. I started in 08.
I think we both said in the last one we both joined in 2006, but we didn't start making videos till 2008, 2009. I know my first one was January 2009.
Mine was, so you started a little after, a month after me, because I started December of 08. So look at that.
Yeah.
OG legends here.
We are OG legends. We're just legends in general.
We are. In general, we're legends. So how have you been doing?
I've been good. I'm just going to try my
go for it.
headphones here, see how they work. Okay, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
I'll just take them off. So
no worries. So I know it's a little tricky. So
yeah.
But I thought it'd be fun just to talk with you and also talk some Friday the 13th. This is one of my all-time favorite franchises. And this is also just one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, so. Mine too. And ironically, I just watched it a couple hours ago.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
It's kind of a weird mix of movies I'm watching today. I watched The Man with the Golden Gun because I'm rewatching James Bond.
Yeah.
And then Friday the 13th. And I just finished the greatest franchise of my life, which of course is Godzilla.
Yes.
So figured it's time to restart that franchise, especially with the announcement of Godzilla Kong Supernova coming March 26, 2027. But we're not here for Godzilla, so I'll shut up about that.
No, I mean, we could talk all movies, honestly. We could talk all movies. So who's directing that one? Do we have a director for that?
I don't know. I think Adam... I can't pronounce his last name.
Wingard, is he coming back?
I don't know if he is. I just know they're just starting production.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all already trying to think of what monster they're going to bring back. You might not know this one because I don't know how many of the classic Godzilla movies you've seen, but there's one called Gigan.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a weird-ass chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. And he's got hooks for hands, and he's got like a saw on his chest.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping it's that one.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Yeah. I haven't seen a lot of the new movies. I haven't seen a lot of the old movies, so
yeah,
it'd be fun to go back and watch them.
Yeah.
So, speaking of movies, Friday the 13th. What's your first memory seeing this movie?
I think I was 11 or 12 because it wasn't the first Friday the 13th I saw. Ironically and sadly, it was part 7.
Really?
Yeah, I say ironically and sadly because we know what happened recently.
Laura Park Lincoln passed.
Yeah.
Very sad.
But
very, very sad.
It never scared me, but I thought it was a great movie, and the shock of who the killer was wow.
Yeah.
They don't really do that anymore. So
they don't really. And by the way, rest in peace to Laura Park Lincoln.
Yeah.
One of my favorite final girls in the franchise. And
Go ahead. Sorry.
And a total sweetheart, because I'm glad I met her when I did, because she was a like spur of the moment person I was going to meet at Scarefest. I was like, I want to meet her, and I'm glad I did. She was a sweetheart, and that was only 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Speaking of meeting people, did you see who I met back in February?
No, I might have seen the picture. I can't remember. Who was it?
It was the original Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise.
Oh my gosh.
He was at the Fan Expo this
Yeah.
year, and I was kind of debating to go because he also had Hayden Christensen and Jared Padalecki and Christopher Lloyd and John Rhys Davies.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute William Shatner was announced, I was like, I'm there. I've been watching that man since I was in diapers, so.
Yeah. Oh
But,
my gosh. How was he?
oh, he was quiet. I think he was saving his voice for the panel.
Yeah.
But he was so nice, and I like how I'm talking now. My voice
Mm-hmm.
basically went down to about 200 decibels. I could
Oh my
not
goodness.
talk at all. I was like,
Oh.
I mean, my dad was watching this man when he was a kid, and
Yeah.
so was I. I'm just looking to see. Yeah. Can you?
That is amazing, Sarah. Oh
And of
my
course, I'm wearing a
gosh.
Godzilla t-shirt. Well,
That
it's
is
silly,
so
but that
awesome.
shirt is kind of like my anti-anxiety shirt because, like I said, it was my first con that I ever went to.
Mm.
So I did meet a couple of people who actually worked on movies who were
Yeah.
also waiting for Shatner. And one of
Yeah.
them had to become my emotional support hugger because after that photo, I literally broke down crying. So,
That is awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's so amazing like when you get to meet the people that you just grew up watching.
Yeah.
And
And
that's a
then,
legend right there.
yeah. So after that, walked around a little bit and then went back and got a picture of him from Trouble with Tribbles, one of the greatest original series episodes of all time. And
Yeah.
that's where we talked a little bit. I asked to shake his hand and he declined, and he had good reason because he's 94.
Yeah.
So, and he was meeting a lot of people that weekend because
Yeah.
he was there for not the 3 days, but he was there for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "But I'll tell you what." And I go, "What?" And he let me fist bump him.
Oh,
So
that's so awesome.
yeah.
That is awesome.
But
I
now
didn't,
that picture is framed and hanging on my fireplace mantle out in the living room because I got no room in my room.
but that's fantastic. He does
I
not
got
look.
posters.
I
Yeah,
say
he
he
does not
doesn't.
look it. Sorry.
No, he does
We keep
not.
cutting each other off.
You're
Skype
okay.
all over again.
It's okay. Like, oh my gosh, Sarah, I always love talking with you. And again, like
Yeah,
we've known each other for over 10, we've known each other for 16 years.
I know. Still
That's
gotta meet.
awesome.
Still gotta meet face to face.
Still gonna
But
meet face to face. This is the second best thing, though. This
yeah,
is the second best thing.
yeah. And I also got
Um,
these at the convention too.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
saw a guy holding that one and I went, "Where did you get that?" Because that's the movie. That's the one. That's the
Yeah,
Godzilla movie that did it.
that's so awesome.
That
So
came out
awesome.
40 years ago, and thanks to Roger Corman for getting the rights for that.
That is so cool.
And the other
So,
ones were,
so
of course, The
cool.
Crow and David Lynch's Dune. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
Amazing.
So for the
So,
next one, it has to be someone really
yeah.
big that I will spend that money on because I did drop almost $600. So because
I
the
mean,
picture alone was 200. I don't know what the prices are for you guys in the States, but
they're right. Probably around the same. I mean, yeah, probably around the same price.
yeah,
Depending on who I meet. But I mean, sometimes it's just. I mean, that stuff comes once in a lifetime.
yeah.
I
And I thought,
mean,
because you don't know, maybe I'm not jinxing it, but maybe in the next year or so he might pass away, and I'll be kicking myself in the ass forever if I didn't meet him. So
I will. My heart will break when he passes. Like
yeah.
I
Oh, mine
can't.
will matter.
I think mine will too because I've seen him. I've grown up with William Shatner with a lot of things, and yeah, so I will. My heart will shatter
Yeah,
when he passes away.
I
Like
was a year
Carpenter,
and a
like
half old when I started watching Star Trek. So
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
And speaking
Lamp.
of Friday, going back to
Mhm.
Friday 13th, I was born almost 6 months after that movie came out.
Ooh, well, there you go. So that's pretty
Because
cool.
I was
Actually,
born November 4th, and
okay.
that came out today. So,
Yeah, and it's Friday, which is the ironic thing too. Like that's
yeah,
pretty
that's why I
amazing.
was like, oh, I'll watch it. And my dad comes in and he's like, why are you watching Friday 13th? I go, Dad, today is the day it came out 45 years ago. And he went, what? He doesn't, he's not big on horror films,
Yeah,
as I have stated a few times, but he knows his kid is
yeah,
obsessed with them. So he knows a little bit like about Halloween, and the fact that he liked a shirt that I was thinking of, which was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre shirt.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, I like that one. I go, do you know what that is? He's like, yeah, it's the Leatherface dude. And I go, how the F do you know that?
That's so awesome. Lampkin Productions says Pamela Voorhees is creepier than Jason in a lot of ways. I think she's creepy.
Yeah.
There's like you were saying, like when you first saw this movie, that twist surprised me too because growing up, I watched a majority of the sequels on TV. I didn't
Hmm.
see the original until like '04. So I can't, gosh, don't
Whoa.
even think of how old I was, but I saw that one later on compared to a lot of the sequels. And I always remember hearing people say, oh, well, Jason wasn't the original killer. And I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
And when I finally watched it, I thought, well, that's a great twist. And also, Betsy Palmer, rest in peace. Like her
Yeah.
performance is so good in that movie
Almost
because
unhinged in a way.
yes, and she like shifts from like when you first meet her as like this like sweet lady that's trying to help Alice, and then just like within seconds, just
Like, you let him drown. And it's
you
like,
never
what?
paid any attention to him. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was
such
like
a
that.
great performance in that movie. Um, but yeah, I've speaking of like people that I've met at conventions, probably one of my favorite things I own Friday the 13th is this um, autograph piece, and it's Adrian King and Shaughnessy
Oh,
Cunningham.
yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And I took a picture with Adrian King. Shaughnessy Cunningham was a little bit more with pictures, so I didn't
Yeah.
get, a picture with him, but like to meet Adrian King and Shaughnessy Cunningham and have him sign that is a pretty epic thing to have like
Yeah.
hanging up on the wall.
Yeah.
So, and she was super sweet. Adrian King is super sweet,
That's
and
what I
Shaughnessy
hear.
Cunningham was awesome. Yeah, so
Sorry.
pretty.
I've had a cough all day, so I'm going to be
You're okay.
coughing and got my water.
You're
So,
okay. Like I said, I want this stream will probably this is kind of like a random stream, and I'm gonna watch um, the original Friday after this. But I
yeah.
wanted to do something fun tonight and like just have something like this, and I'm glad you tuned in because we have
Yeah.
not done this in forever. So
No. Since the last one, which was March of 2023.
wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
And I
So
was
what
just
is
about to put on like the first Mission Impossible because I'm going to rewatch that. And then I
yeah.
saw you were on it. I was like, yeah, Mission Impossible can wait.
Awesome. I'm excited for that one. Cannot wait to see.
Me too. I still haven't seen Sinners yet.
I haven't either, and I want to see it. I'm so
I was gonna
excited
go
to see
today,
that
but when I
movie.
woke up with the cough, I just said no. The only like recent movies I've seen, I saw my dad and I saw both The Working Man, the one with Jason
Hmm.
Statham, and we watched. We went, I think, not last weekend, but the weekend before, we saw The Accountant too.
Oh, nice. How was it?
We liked it. We actually just saw the first one for the first time on New Year's Eve for the
Oh,
both of
okay.
us,
I haven't
and we
seen the
liked it.
original yet.
We liked
Yeah.
it, so we're like, well, we're gonna go see the second one, and it does have a very stupid, silly scene, but it's so cute at the same time. I'm not gonna say what it is because it's still only 2 weeks old, but
Yeah.
there have been memes about this scene, and I was like, well, it is like the most out there scene, but it was so cute.
Oh, I'm
So
excited to see it. I have to still see the original, so
yeah,
but I own
it's
it. I
good.
bought it on Blu-ray. Yeah,
Hmm.
I need to check that out. So the original Friday 13th? It's not my favorite of the franchise, but it's definitely top 5 for me. What's your favorite Friday 13th movie?
It is the OG.
Is it? Oh, I love that. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah. Mine would be Friday 13th Part 6. Jason Lives.
Yeah, I remember you saying it was 6.
Yep.
For
Yep.
this, for all this series, it tends to be the first film for me.
I understand that.
Hellraiser,
Yeah.
Halloween, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It always tends to be the first one. Though with Texas Chainsaw, I do go back and forth between 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah. Yeah.
choose. I think 2 is completely out there and funny, and the first one's more serious, but I go back and forth. And like Halloween, you can't go back and forth. That's like
No,
Nick
absolutely.
would crucify us if we went back and forth.
Well, I can tell you right now, like that movie is the movie that made me fall in love with movies, and
Yeah.
yeah, that will always remain the best of that series by far. I
Yeah.
used to be the same way though. Like there, with every franchise, I would go. That is my favorite of the franchise, and then over the years, when I'd watch certain movies in a franchise, some would kind of beat the originals,
Mhm.
but like they always remain in like the top 3, top 5 for me, those original movies, because without them, we would not have like the movies that we have in these franchises.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's like
like
the same. Like you ask anybody what's your favorite James Bond movie, it's a lot of the times it's not going to be Doctor No. Same
that's
as
one of
with
my favorites though.
one of my favorites too, but my favorite is Skyfall. And same
Mine
as with
too.
Star Trek. Almost you ask somebody, and 98.9% of the people, including myself, will say it's Star Trek 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but others, it's hard. Like, I don't know, for Transformers, it would be the first one for me.
Same.
And Indiana Jones, it's The Last Crusade. That's the third one in the
Yeah.
franchise. But it's hard to pick which one is your favorite. Like, even with the, I don't know, I think you would call it a franchise, but, the MCU, my favorite is the first Avengers movie. And
Nice.
that hasn't
Nice.
changed. So, I
Awesome.
do want to see Thunderbolts, though.
I do too. I'm excited to see that one. I still need to see that and the last Captain America movie.
Yeah.
So
I haven't watched that, and you think I would have gotten on the ball, because I
I haven't
mean,
either though.
another greatest hero of mine is in that movie. So,
Yeah. Harrison Ford.
yep.
So
Like my first 3 childhood heroes were Christopher Reeve, William Shatner, and Harrison Ford. I mean,
I
come
love
on.
it. I love it. So yeah, Harrison Ford, one of my favorites. Absolutely. Um, so like the first time I saw, going back to Friday a bit, the
Yeah,
first time I
we
saw
always
Friday,
but that's okay.
I no, I love talking everything with you.
Yeah.
But the first time I saw Friday though, I remember watching the movie, and I was visiting my mom at the time because my mom and dad had divorced at this time,
Yeah.
and we rented the movie. My mom said, "Oh, Justin, we have to watch this. You'll love it." And I remember she didn't say anything about the movie. She just let me watch it. And we got to the very end of the movie where Alice is in the lake and she thinks she's safe and everything.
Yes.
And he comes flying out and grabs her and pulls her in the water. And I just remember jumping out of my seat. Like I did not see it coming. I didn't know anything about the ending, until that reveal when I first saw it the first time. And that was like one of the best reactions I've ever had with an ending of a movie.
Yeah. Same. I think I uttered one of my first swear words during that
Oh my God.
moment, because I was watching it by myself. You're 11 and you're not really allowed to watch it. So I was at a friend's house. We were watching it. That happened, and I actually screamed, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
And then my friend looked at me, and I went, "What? Yeah, would you expect me to do the usual girl thing and go, ah? I can't. I don't
No.
scream like a girl." So
No. Gosh, that ending was so good though. Like
yeah,
still one of the best endings to a horror movie I've seen. Like just with shock and like reaction wise.
yeah.
So good.
I think
So good.
that and Carrie, and even though it's not a scary thing, it was more like a moment was The Sixth Sense, and
Oh
of
yeah.
course, Saw.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes, 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 yes. I would even go to say like when I first saw the original Halloween, the moment where Laurie thinks she's killed Michael, and she's like sitting at the front of the bedroom door, and then all of a sudden, like he just slowly
Yeah,
rises. Oh, that's
yeah, and I
that's
was like,
so good,
what?
so good, so good. So, but yeah, Betsy Palmer, Pamela Voorhees, like you talk about like how a franchise just shifted so much because unless you are a diehard fan of the franchise, like not many people. I feel like she gets overshadowed a little bit compared to Jason. So like not many
Yeah,
people talk about her as much, but like she's just again just fantastic and terrifying, like truly
yeah.
terrifying in the movie. So, do you have like a favorite kill in this movie?
I think the obvious one, the Kevin Bacon
Yeah,
arrow through the neck. I think that one,
same.
even at 11, you're wondering how did they do that. So,
Yes, yes, I agree with that. Like that's my favorite too, and I love now that like you can go and watch these documentaries and you hear like how they did it. But
hmm
the first time you see these, and back then we didn't really have a lot of documentaries on these
no,
movies. It's like it's just amazing how they do stuff like that, and
yeah,
yeah, that still holds up. Still holds up.
yeah. Even though we know how it was done, it still doesn't take away from the amazingness of it.
I agree. I agree with that a lot. Another one that I love, that still remains such a great one is uh, Marcy's death.
Yeah,
Like that whole thing is just so eerie and so creepy. The way he lit the scene, the way how it's dark in there, and yeah, just eeriness
and
all
the way
around with
the
that.
axe went into her head.
Yes, yes, such a great one. Such a great moment in the movie.
And then, of
Um,
course, you don't see what happens to the other one. Oh, I'm blank.
Brenda, is it Brenda? The one
Yeah,
with the yes, the one with the bow and arrows. The
yeah.
yeah, that's a
You just
creepy
hear her
scene.
scream, and that's it, and that's eerie enough to be. Well, and also the same as with Bill's death. You don't
Yes,
see it; you just see the aftermath, and you're like, "Oh, geez."
that's one of the reasons why this movie is so great is because those aftermath deaths in this
Yeah,
movie. You don't see all of them,
yeah. I think
and
Kevin
yeah,
Bacon and Marcy,
I think
and to some
that's
extent Steve, but everybody else, no.
no. Everybody else
And
is
Mrs. Voorhees, you see her death, obviously,
yes,
but
of course.
everybody else, you don't.
Like even the beginning of it, like where you have those two campers, they were doing the old not two business
Yeah,
up in the attic, if
yeah,
you want to call it attic. You don't see them die either, and that's a classic moment though because that scream is like iconic now, like where
mm-hmm.
it's slow motion. She falls on the ground, and you have that scream, and then all of a sudden the screen goes black, and Friday the 13th pops
Yeah.
up.
And also, we're forgetting Annie's death was really good.
Oh, yes, and that was a great like not home. I don't know if you would. I would say it's kind of a homage to Psycho, where you think
Yeah.
like she's going to be our lead because she's the opening. She's the first character
hmm
that you see of the camper or the counselors, and she's this fun, bubbly character. You think she might be the lead of the movie, and then like kind of they shift it a little bit and trick you, and she
Yeah.
dies. What 20 minutes into the movie? Less than 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think
So
it's 15 minutes in.
yeah. So, but she's great. Yeah, and
Yeah.
and I love the character Annie for the small screen time she has. She's definitely one of my favorite characters in this
hmm
movie. So yeah, iconic, iconic.
Yeah.
So let's see. I pulled some things out. So I've met people sporadically through this franchise. So I met young Jason. I had him sign this DVD.
Oh,
So
I can't pronounce his name.
Ari, I think is
Ari,
Ari
yeah.
Laham or something.
He just
Pretty cool
celebrated
guy.
his birthday not too long ago.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Nice.
just like I think it was either yesterday or the day before. It was Derek Mears' birthday.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, that's awesome. And then Kane Hodder, of course. You know, this
Oh,
was
you
the
lucky
first
bugger.
time I met. I know. This is the first time I met him, and he was like $25 back then. This was 15 years ago.
Yeah, probably
And
double,
yeah,
triple that price by now.
I don't know how much he is now. I've met him 2 or 3 times, and the times I've met him, this was like, again, going on, I would say 10 years ago, but it's not really even 10. Jeez, it's longer than that. But like, yeah, he was like $25, $30 the
Yeah.
times that I met him. So,
Wow. And I still
yeah.
have that box set, the Crystal
Yeah.
Lake to Manhattan box set.
And it's a really nice set too. I like the look of it. I like the design. I mean, compared to the Scream Factory set, like it's not, as like awesome as that, but I
Huge.
still think this is great. Yes.
Yeah.
But I still think this is great. And I think 2, 3 years ago, I popped in one of the DVDs just to see what it looked like, and they still look good. Like it
Yeah.
still looks nice.
And I
So
still have the first Blu-ray set we got in that tin.
yeah, yes, that's a great 10. And then of course I have the Friday the 13th set,
Yeah.
which
It's
when they
up
announced
here,
this,
so I'm not gonna grab it.
no, I understand. It's a huge set. Like this thing, like to pull this out, like I always have to pull out like at least like 2 or 3 of the movies just to get to the one I want
Yeah.
what I want to watch. So,
And also, while we're
but
speaking on Friday the 13th, I don't know if you know or if you watched my last video. I
mhm.
did finally get on the 4K bandwagon.
You were telling me a little bit about it, so I guess I didn't see yet. What did you buy Friday the 13th wise?
It's ordered because I know you guys got it in the States because I saw your post that you had the two, but I pre-ordered Jason X.
Yep, Jason X.
I
Yep, I
want
got.
Jason Goes to Hell, but it's like $60 at the moment,
That's
and
so
Jason X
crazy.
dropped to 50. Like, yeah, the prices
Are
of these
insane.
are crazy. Like,
Yep.
I'm
Oh,
trying. I don't want to rebuy a lot or
I'm getting that
any.
way too. Yeah.
Like the first, well, we can thank Paramount for this because they're doing
Hmm.
that stupid thing of 4K Blu-ray only and DVD. That's it.
Yeah.
And as someone who's a big fan of Star Trek, I don't want to go all DVD on that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was a very hard decision to make because
Hmm.
I'd been putting it off. I'm like, I'm not getting on this freaking
Yeah.
bandwagon.
Yeah.
And because you know how it is, you go from VHS to
Hmm.
DVD and that. Like I have rebought like maybe two or three, the
Yeah.
important ones, which are Nightmare on Elm Street, because
Yes.
I did not know there was an uncut version
Of the original? Yeah, I
of the
know.
original.
I didn't know either until they announced the 4K was coming out.
Yeah. And of course the obvious one was Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes, and that looks stunning on 4K.
Yeah. And now I can actually watch my 4Ks of both The Abyss and True Lies.
Ooh, oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I mean,
Because that was the other thing that also made me mad when people said, well, just get the 4K Blu ray. Well, why would I spend $40 just to watch one disc?
that's the
But,
thing too. Yeah. No, I'm with you. And then I'm also in that same boat of like I love having both the 4K and Blu-ray. I like the combos. I think those are neat because like if I go on trips, like if I have like like if just a Blu-ray player, I like to have the movie with me.
mm-hmm.
Um, but I notice like some major companies they'll now just do like 4K disc only, or and they'll charge like $30 or something like that. And I'm like, charge a little less because they're not making
Yeah.
it a combo anymore.
Well, so
So,
far, I got like those two I said. Excuse me. Sonic 3.
ooh, I haven't seen. I gotta watch 2 and 3.
I
I
haven't
bought
seen any
those.
of them, but I figured it went down in price, so I figured I'd get it.
Yeah,
Section 31, which was on Paramount Plus. It's a Star Trek movie
yeah,
with Michelle Yeoh's character that she played on Discovery.
yeah.
I got I've told you, and I've said this in my videos about Willow Video, which is the only remaining video store in Langley where I live.
I wish we had a video store
Yeah.
here. That's really
Well, you ever come
heartbreaking.
up to visit me, I'll take you here because you'll love it.
Yes.
They have the 4K section, which I went into because I hadn't bought Gladiator 2 yet.
I bought that. I need to watch it. Yeah.
Same here. And they had the Steelbook for $29.
Nice. That's a
So,
good deal for this 4K for the 4K
yeah,
steelbook.
they have a 4K section, a rare find section, which is mostly Criterion, Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome, Scream Factory, and so on and so forth. And then there was the excuse me, damn throat.
You're okay.
They have horror Blu-rays and horror DVDs. Like they have everything else, but they know me very well. I go to horror because that's what I want. So.
Yeah, that's like my main one. Like, it's amazing. Like, oh, Oracle, what's up? How are you? Let's pop this up real quick.
Hello.
Happy 45th anniversary to Friday 13th, and happy Friday to you guys. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Like, I was honestly just thinking about it like a couple hours ago. I'm like, it's Friday. And ironically enough, it's the 45th anniversary of this amazing movie.
Yeah.
But no, I'm getting the same way. Like I started getting on that bandwagon of like, oh, I want to upgrade all this stuff. And now I'm like, if I'm gonna upgrade something, it's gotta be something I just absolutely love. Like,
yeah. Not only that is if you like, I actually got the 4K Blu-ray of What Lies Beneath.
I did too. Yeah.
That's an upgrade from DVD, so I'm kind of happy I didn't get the Blu-ray because if I did, I wouldn't have got the 4K.
I had the Blu-ray, but I'm glad I got the 4K because there is an amazing, I kid you not, I feel like it's 90 minutes almost of a documentary just on the movie itself.
Yeah.
Like, so awesome. So awesome.
In answer to your question, Oracle, no, I have not.
But I have. So I've met both of them. Met both of these last fight. Yeah, I've met both of them. Sean S. Cunningham is a legend. Ari's a good guy. Yeah, Sean S. Cunningham. That's somebody that, like, years ago, I probably would have been like, oh, I'll never meet this guy. And then to meet him at like a scare fest was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, he's not only responsible for Friday the 13th, he's also responsible for Deep Star 6.
Yeah, which is a great movie. Yes, and he directed House. I believe he directed House.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, he directed The New Kids, which is like a James Spader like thriller with a Laura.
I've heard of that one. I haven't seen it, but I've seen highlights of it.
Underrated. Talk about an underrated director. Like, I think, like, you know, when we think of him, we just like his main one is Friday, but he's directed some great movies. Great movies. So, but yeah, what was it? Oh, True Lies. Yeah, True Lies, The Abyss. Like, for the longest time, I was like, where are these at? How come we haven't had these yet? And so when they got released, I was like, I can't believe I'm holding these two movies in my hand. Not just on 4K, but Blu-ray.
I couldn't find them, and then we went to our Walmart, and I think half of the store heard me scream when I found them both.
Yes.
And for 24.
I know. $24 great each. Deal.
Yeah.
Great deal. And now they go for like The Abyss goes for like $40 still. Like, it's crazy. But I mean, if you're watching this live or you're watching the playback, check out The Abyss.
My 10th favorite film of all time, and was my intro to James Cameron's movies when I was 9.
It's easily one of my favorites from him. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it ranks, I'd say like Terminator 1 and 2. Like, when I think of James Cameron, those are the ones that introduced me.
Yeah.
But I think The Abyss might be number 3. My third favorite.
Mine too.
Yeah. My third favorite one.
I get laughed at because Titanic is my number 1.
Don't be messing with Titanic, people. I love Titanic.
Yeah. And especially if you were a kid or a teenager. I was 17 when that movie came out, and that movie was such a big deal. That was like
Yes.
our big epic romantic film.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
I mean,
Yes.
I skipped school and my dad skipped work, and we went to see both that and the new Bond movie, Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Titanic, when that just, I remember, I can't remember if we rented it at Blockbuster, if we bought like the 2 VHS set. I think we bought the VHS, and like,
yeah.
I just, old school days of like, play part two to see what,
Yeah.
like, I was like, I remember we got to like, it's the scene where like the iceberg just like hit, and they realize the ship's
Yeah.
gonna sink.
Where it was
Then it cuts
Bernard
off.
Hill's line, like, you might just get your headlines, Mr. Esme, and then it
Yes.
cut out and said part two, and I'm like, that means I gotta get up.
I know, and like put on the other tape. Oh my gosh. And that's another one that looks really good on
Yeah.
4K. I knew when that was coming out I had to pick it up.
Yeah.
So
And my second favorite, of course, Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
I love
So
Terminator 2.
I might get
Mine,
that on 4K. I don't know, because like I said, I'm gonna be very picky
I'd
about.
wait.
Yeah, it's not very good transfer.
I love the transfer, but here's the thing. Like I I don't know what you think about it, but I really love the director's cut.
Yeah, I do too.
I love the director's cut. I think that's my preferred way to watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And when they released it on 4K, just because of I think the print of the movie, they only released the theatrical on 4K, which
Ah,
I still love the theatrical cut, but my preferred way to watch it is the director's cut.
yeah.
So
Well, that's the
I'm
same
hoping.
same as with David Lynch's Dune. They Arrow did that. I think they did a 4K. I know they did a
Hmm.
4K steelbook, and I was tempted to get that, but $70, not too likely. But
Well,
it's only the theatrical,
yeah.
and my steelbook DVD has the theatrical and the 3 hour cut.
Oh,
So
nice.
I do
Nice.
have it on Blu-ray because I am obsessed with that movie. It's a huge part of my childhood.
Hmm.
But I always go watch the extended cut.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but the Terminator 2 4K transfer, everybody seems to hate it. I
Uh,
love it though. I'm like, I was impressed.
well,
I
I'll
was
hold off
impressed.
then because I would rather have it have the theatrical and director's
Me
cut.
too. And I rumors are James Cameron's going back and releasing Terminator 2 on 4K, like fixing the problems that people had with
Oh,
it, but also hopefully we get the director's cut
yeah.
on 4K too. So
I think a couple of the others I would get on 4K, like certain horror films. Like I already
mhm.
said, I pre-ordered Jason X,
Yeah,
because I love that movie. I don't care what
I do
anybody
too.
says.
I love it too.
Um,
I love that movie so much.
I don't know because some of the editions, like the first one that pops into my mind is Tremors, but I've
Hmm.
got the Arrow Video Blu-ray, so I don't really need to upgrade to the same thing in 4K.
I agree.
And definitely some Godzilla ones. Like, not gonna do it for the first film because I have the Criterion.
Which is an amazing addition of that.
Yeah.
So,
So it would have to
um,
be. I'd have to be picky on the Godzilla ones. It would. I think the big one would be the 2014 one because from what I hear, the 4K is excellent and the picture is a little bit brighter in the night scenes.
yep.
So
And it just looks amazing. Like
yeah,
I was high, and that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. I love
yeah,
Godzilla 2014.
me too,
Love that movie. Um, I'd love to do another stream just talking about like our childhood favorite movies. That would be so much fun.
dude. That would be about a 5 hour long one for
I
me.
think so. Well,
Yeah,
same. No, it'd be a long one. It'd definitely be a long one, but I think that would be great.
because
And
for me, it's like not only the franchises like Star Trek, Godzilla, James
yeah.
Bond, um, Supergirl for
Oh,
one,
I love
the Superman
Supergirl.
movies in general, um, the Goonies, Daryl, Explorers, Neverending Story, Howard the Duck. I don't care. I
I
love that.
love Howard the Duck.
Same as with
See,
Masters of the Universe.
yes.
So
Yes. See, this is one of the many reasons why I love you, Sarah, is because I
yeah,
think we both appreciate the same movies. the same type of movies. Like, you just put a smile on my face when you talk Supergirl, because
Yeah.
not many people talk Supergirl
I
anymore.
love Supergirl. I don't
I
care.
love
That
Super.
was
Oh,
when I
speaking of
grew up on
which,
that movie. I
I grew up
was
on it
3 or
too.
4 when that movie came out. And it's
Yes,
sad because the director died the same day as David Lynch.
I
And
know.
it was also
Gosh.
John Carpenter's birthday. So
Oh,
when my dad was at work, I watched Dune, Supergirl, and Halloween all that night.
yes. Oh, Supergirl's so Oracle. What do you think of Supergirl? I love. Oh, yes. Look at this. I
Yeah.
personally love that one.
Me too.
Yes, 3 Supergirl fans here, because
Yeah.
now not many people talk about it, and sometimes
Some
when people
people
talk
have
about it,
because of Gino Schwartz, who directed Jaws 2 and
yeah,
directed another childhood favorite of mine. It came out a year after, also panned, but I don't care. Santa Claus the movie.
yeah, great movie
So,
though, great movie.
but I think most people remember him from Jaws 2 or a
Mm-hmm.
movie he did, I think the year I was born, called Somewhere in Time,
Yes,
that had Christopher Reeve and Jane
yeah,
Seymour.
yeah. Like,
So.
he's directed some great movies. No, yes,
And
we
a lot of
both love it.
TV episodes, because I
Yeah,
think I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure his name came up on one of the original series Star Trek episodes. So
nice.
that's like 66 to 69 right there.
That is awesome. That is, yeah. He great movies. But yeah, Supergirl, love it. I think as a kid, I could definitely tell you this. I saw that one before this Christopher Reeve Superman movies, just because when I was 5 years old, we had it recorded on a VHS tape, and I used to play that thing over and over and over again.
There were a lot of movies I would watch over and over again. I'm surprised I didn't run the VHS out.
Yeah, I
So,
think I probably did one or two movies where like it ate the tape because I just
yeah.
watched it so many times.
And
But yeah, love that.
Rad, did you ever see that movie?
Oh yeah, great movie.
I got to
Great
see that in
movie.
the theater back in March.
Oh, I missed out on seeing it in theaters.
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, it was fun because a lot of the people are like my age, watching it. There's some older ones like who were teenagers when that movie came out because I was like 5. Because if anybody wants to know who just joined, I was born November 1980. So I always say I usually just round up the age, like say I was
Yeah.
6 or whatever. Um, but you have them bring in their kids, and there was one guy he brought his grandkids to see the movie.
Wow.
And then we all stuck around because they had the documentary play afterwards. So you got to see what Bill Allen and Bart Connor look like now, and a couple of the riders.
Yeah.
Like we found out that the poor bugger who stunted during the qualifying match where he gets hit in the head, the poor bugger got a concussion from that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and
That's
I was like,
sad.
I know of concussions. I've had 2 of them. One
Yeah.
from falling off a horse and one from unfortunately getting smacked by a car.
I remember that. That I was anyway.
Yeah.
Sad times, but I remember that. And I was like, oh, it broke my heart. So,
Yeah.
because you're one of my close friends.
Well,
So,
don't worry, my fat ass broke that bitch's car. I
gosh,
have to
that's
laugh
so
about it
sad.
because
You have to.
that's
You
what it
gotta
was.
have humor. You have
Yeah.
to have humor and things like that. What's up, Jason? J Dev. Yes, we talked about Laura Park Lincoln. Rest in peace. Like,
Yeah.
so sad. Like, I love her so much, and she just, again, one of my favorite final girls in the franchise
Yeah.
by far. By far.
Yeah. Her
Um,
and Amy Steele were my favorites.
yes. I love both of them. Adrian King, obviously classic.
Yeah.
And Trish from Friday 13th Part 4.
Yeah.
So,
That's my
love all
second
those.
favorite because I was about to ask you what's your second favorite Friday because mine is the final chapter.
Mine's the final chapter, so I can do my top 5. So, um, the Jason Lives my favorite. Final chapter, part 2. Honestly, the original ranks number 4 for me, and it gets a lot of hate. But number 5 is Jason Takes Manhattan.
Number 5.
Yeah.
I said number 5.
Is
I
that your
caught
favorite?
you. Number 8 is Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yes, number 8 is
You
Jason.
were
Yeah,
saying 5, and I'm like,
I was going back.
no.
I guess my fifth favorite
That's
one
what
is
screwed
Jason.
me up. Okay,
Yeah,
my bad. But I
you're
was like, I'm
okay.
calling him out on that.
Please do if I do. No, that's my fifth favorite in the franchise, though. Oh, it's a
Mine
little late
is a
here, so I'm like,
little. My list is a little controversial, but that's just me.
oh,
Number 1
mine's
is the
controversial
first.
with the number 5. So
Yeah. So is mine. The first film is my number 1. Um, I have my list right in front of me actually because I do the letterbox stuff.
yeah,
So, Final Chapter is number 2. Freddy vs. Jason is number 3. New Blood is number 4, and the 2009 reboot is number 5.
nice.
Because I don't go by how everybody else feels towards movies. I go by how much I love a film.
Exactly. Exactly. I thought the reboot was awesome. Like, I love the reboot. So
And I'm kind of mad I missed out on the 4K for that.
so when that was coming out, I was like, I'm not gonna pick it up right away. And then everybody kept saying, oh, it's gonna go out of print. And I was like, what? And I remember I went on Amazon and like they ran out of stock, but you can get it from a seller, they said. And and I remember like it was like $45, and I was like, I really don't want to pay this much, but I'm going to. And I paid it. And then a week later, Amazon had it back in stock for like $29. I was like, of course.
I've been checking. It's saved on my wish list, but it's always through a seller.
Speaking of which, let me go get those just to show them off. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Ugh. And I apologize, guys, for all my coughing. That you got to hear that.
So, yeah, I obviously there's that one. Yeah. I love the remake. Do you? And I was a little in and out. You said this is like in your top 5, right?
Yeah, it is number 5.
I love that. Yeah. I love that movie. I saw it twice in theaters, and I still have my. Do I have my movie stubs in this one, or I think it's in my this Blu-ray set here, but I have both movie stubs from when I saw it twice in theaters.
I only saw it once in theater, but who cares? I saw it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
But the sad thing is I had to wait till Jason X to finally see a Friday the 13th movie in the theater.
What was my... You know what? I think 2009 was the first one I saw in theaters. And then, of course, these, which I bought these from Diabolic's website.
Yeah, I love Diabolic. Even though they're a little pricey to ship up here to Canada, even before the crappy tariff bullshit. I still, I got one from there not too long ago. It was a 3-pack. I didn't realize it was a 3-pack. I just saw it had a Paul Naschy film I've been looking for called Curse of the Devil.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I wanted to point out that Oracle said that you can still get, he checked a couple of days ago, and you could get the 4K for Friday 13th, 2009 at Arrow.
That's good. Thank you so much. And then J-Dev showcased this. His favorite Friday is the final chapter. Second favorite, man. I love it so much. You got the classic Crispin Glover dance, which iconic. And some of the best deaths in the franchise are in part 4. So
yes.
And then Oracle says, what are your guys' thoughts on the Camp Crystal Lake Peacock show that's coming?
I hope I can see it, because I don't think Peacock is available up here in Canada.
I hope you can see it too. I'm looking forward to it, though. Yeah. I hope it's good.
I don't know. It's like we already had the series back in the 80s. I don't know if we really needed another one.
Yeah, this will be what interests me with this one is it will be like a prequel to the original. So we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's hard to do it's hard to make movie adaptations into TV shows.
Yes.
Like I started no disrespect to the Chucky TV show because I only watched the first season. I
Mm-hmm.
liked it. I thought it was good, but I haven't watched the other seasons. But I hear
Yeah.
that like they're like hit and miss sometimes.
Yeah.
The episodes.
I bought those the minute I found out they were canceling the show. I figured,
Yeah,
well, it because you always want to check streaming, but half the time they don't have what you want, and because
exactly.
I would rather go to streaming to try to find something for the first time than buy it. But then half the
Mm-hmm.
time, not out. It's not
Yep.
on the streaming or what
Yep.
have you, so you end up shelling out the money for it. I didn't get a good look. Could I see the Jason X and
Yeah.
Jason Goes to
Of
Hell
course.
Blu-rays? Because you only put them up for a minute, and then we were talking. Ooh, Jason
Look at
X.
those. Those are nice.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked to watch these. I think I'm going to marathon the whole franchise because obviously I'm gonna after we get off of this, I'm gonna watch the original, and then summer's coming, so I love watching the Friday 13th series. So
Yeah.
I love Jason X, by the way. Like that is
Too.
awesome movie. Like just so much fun.
I don't care how corny it is. It's the same as with Jason Goes to Hell. Everybody pisses on that one, and
I really enjoyed that movie.
I love
Like
that one. So.
yes, I'm the same. That's a franchise where I don't think there's a bad movie in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
again, I said
Well,
ranks.
I don't like Jason Takes Vancouver. I
You
don't like
don't.
that
Oh,
one.
I love Jason.
But here's the thing: I say that, and like I hate Curse, I hate Resurrection. I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween 5 or Friday 5. But when I am rewatching the franchise, I will watch them.
I have to watch them. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So. Uber
Jada
Jason rocks.
says,
Hell yes.
yes, he does. First one I saw in theaters slash outdoors was part 4 when I was 4 years old at the outdoors. Nice.
Did you see
Nice.
it at a drive-in?
I think yeah.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Jason takes a boat to Vancouver.
Vancouver.
I don't care. I love that movie. I will defend that movie. I love.
It's like the same as with Halloween Ends. I did not like that movie, but am I gonna piss on somebody's cornflakes because somebody else? Like I defended Nick when he started getting shit on. I'm like, hey, you don't talk to my friend like that just because he likes it. I don't like the movie, but F off.
Well, it's like I love Halloween Resurrection. I don't care what people say. I love that movie. I like it. It's just nostalgic for me. So, but that's what makes the community so awesome. We can have our different opinions and talk about them. So,
yeah, because if we all like the same ones, we'd all be boring.
Exactly. So. Exactly. But yes, I'm stoked to check these out. I might watch these this weekend. I say watch them as the franchise goes, but I really want to check these out on 4K. I'll probably, in my next movie update, talk about the transfers. So
yeah.
But yeah, so Justin's canceled for liking. I don't care what you say. I don't care.
Well, I'm also not only rewatching Bond and gonna start watching Mission Impossible, but I'm also rewatching Final Destination.
Yes, I watched those. I started posting reviews on them, so I'm excited for the Bloodlines.
Yeah.
So I'm
gonna fucking cry when that movie comes out, especially for when we see Tony Todd. I'm gonna burst.
I know. Oh, it's so sad. Oh my god.
Especially when you could tell how sick he was.
Yeah, you can. Like I loved the new Candyman, but one of the best things about that was the ending where you saw like
when it morphed into Tony's face. It sounds silly, but I burst into tears when that happened, and people were wondering what was wrong. What happened? Somebody asked me, "What's wrong? Why are you crying?" And I go, "Did you not watch the same movie I did?" They're like, "Yeah." I go, "Do you not realize who Tony Todd is?" And they actually said no, and I went, "I can't."
The original Candyman, people. Jeez.
Well,
oh my gosh.
Me, Candyman was the first movie I saw with him, but it wasn't what introduced me to him.
9/11
because because like my favorite boy Jeffrey Combs, he also was in Star Trek.
Oh,
he was in Next Generation. He played Worf's brother.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I like it. I like that.
so that was like 88, 89. So before Night of the Living Dead and definitely before Candyman.
Oh, nice.
So,
Awesome.
so when Candyman came out and I heard that voice, I go, I know that voice. That's a Klingon.
That's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. But
Sad but
yeah,
awesome. So
sad but awesome for sure. And I watched Candyman. The I watched all of them when he passed, but I did a double feature. The night he passed, I did a double feature of the original and the new one, and yeah, that ending in the original movie where it morphs and you see Tony.
yeah.
Like I loved it in theaters for obviously a different reason, and I love it now, but I'm also really heartbroken when I see it because
Hmm.
I'm like he's gone, and that's just
Yeah.
really sad, really really sad.
So
So
next weekend is when it comes out. So it's gonna be like, oh, you're excited to watch it, but then you're dreading that moment.
yes,
So
no, 100%, 100%. Yeah, I have one more. I had to post my Final Destination 5 review, and then I'll be talking about the new one on a stream that I do with my buddy. So
yeah.
yeah, so we'll be talking about that. But I'll post my review on my channel too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I just
but
finished watching. I don't know if you're into anime at all.
not as much, not
No,
as much.
I don't really watch anime. I watch the horror ones. Like
Hmm.
I loved Castlevania when it was
Yeah.
on Netflix. Castlevania Nocturne, which was great, and I just finished yesterday Devil May Cry.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice,
And one of the
nice.
voices on there was Kevin Conway. Who,
Oh gosh, another one.
yeah. And I was like, wait a minute, because it comes out, it basically came out 2 years after his passing, but I'm assuming they recorded all the dialogue and then worked on that. Because I don't
Yeah,
know how long anime takes. Is it the
yeah. I
same
don't either. I don't
animation? But
either.
they did say there's a new season for
Nice.
Devil May Cry.
Oh,
I
Oracle
did
says I
play
love the
that.
Castlevania games.
Yeah. I never played the Castlevania games. I knew they were on the NES, but I did play Devil May Cry on PS3 for a while.
Awesome, awesome. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, JDev. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love all the content streams. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm having I've been doing this for. I mean, me and Sarah have been doing this for a long time on YouTube,
Yeah. I went
and
back and watched my very first episode and I went, my God, my voice. Because it was on like a very old webcam.
yeah.
So I was like, damn, I sound like I just hit puberty or something.
Oh gosh, like I look back on mine, and my very first one was a minute and 30 seconds long, and you didn't even see my face. But then I do remember the times where my videos were out of sync with the mini laptop that I had.
Yes. I was like, dude, what's going on here?
I know,
I
I
was like,
know.
you get possessed or something?
Yep, that's what happened. I got possessed. So
Yep.
no, but just memories. Just
Yeah.
the memories are
So
fun.
I'm mad I had to delete most of mine because I used like music when I did
Yeah,
my title card and I did certain music like Lady Gaga or whatever, and then it
yeah.
got copyright infringement, and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta take it down.
Mm.
So because they're gone once they were uploaded, I deleted them because
Yeah,
you think, oh,
yeah.
nothing's gonna happen. So now I've got all my videos stored like on a external hard drive.
Nice.
External, internal, external. Okay.
Well, thank you,
Put your right
JDev.
foot in, you put your right foot out. I don't know.
Thank you so much, though. Again, Jason, I really appreciate it, buddy. So, but I'll probably end this soon. It's like 11:20 here, but I'm
Oh
gonna
shit.
watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Friday, the 13th, at least before I go to bed
Yeah.
because I want to do the 45th anniversary. But I'm so happy you joined the chat, Sarah. That way we could do this,
Yeah.
and we'll definitely do more. We won't wait 2 years. We will not
Sorry,
wait two
just
years.
checking up on hockey stuff.
Yeah, I
So Toronto lost. Damn it. Jets are
yeah,
winning. Yay. And of course my Blue
yay,
Jays are winning for a change.
awesome.
The Blue
But
Jays are playing in Seattle right now. And
oh
usually
sweet.
usually there would be about maybe 10% Mariners fans and about 90% Blue Jays fans, and now it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
no, like nobody wants to go down because of asshole, but we won't get into that. So.
But no, I appreciate you commenting, and I'm glad you got to come on here and we got to
Yeah,
talk.
because
So
I missed this, even though we only did it once. But that first time we did it for like 2.5 to
two and a
3
half
hours,
hours.
and then once you ended the stream, we stayed on for
We
like
stayed
another
on.
hour,
I
just
know.
talking. So.
I know, and then you mentioned like the good old Skype days. I don't know how many people use Skype anymore, but like that's how me and Sarah the first time we
It's
talked like
gone.
this. Is it gone? Yeah.
Yeah, it ended. I think a couple of days ago. It just they officially finished
Really?
it. But it was so
Wow.
hard because we would try talking, and then it was like one of us was like 2 seconds behind or seconds
Or it would
ahead, and
freeze or something would happen.
yeah, and it became
So
so annoying. Like this way is so much better.
so much better. I agree. And that way we could talk to other people. But if people don't know, like if you're joining this now, like Sarah and I go way back to like the early days of YouTube and back when the community was a lot smaller too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And a little
So
bit tighter. So
yep.
there's a
I
bunch of
agree.
them from the old days who don't make videos anymore.
No, and it's I mean, I know we all kind of move on, people move on with their lives, but it's so sad. I think about like those YouTubers and I think, oh, that was a great time. Great
Yeah.
time. So
Like Buzz On Man and
yes, I always wanted to know what happened to him. Like
I don't know. I think he's still
we share
alive.
the same birthday.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think he's still alive.
We share the same birthday though. Like
yeah,
me and him share
I remember
October
because I
7th.
did a video wishing you guys a happy birthday. And then there's Jamie.
Yeah.
I actually watched some of the old videos of her and I go, damn, I miss this girl.
Jamie Star. Yeah. I'd still talk to her. She's still one of my close friends.
When you talk to her, tell her I said hi. And then
I will.
So
she's one of my close friends.
And of course, our boy Doug.
I know Doug. I always tell him every once in a while, you need to start making some content again, man. You could do it. So, but yeah, our boy Doug and
I remember think Andrew Bellina. I don't know if he posts anything anymore.
He doesn't post anymore. His last one was like 2 or 3 years ago. Again, loved his stuff. And then Jar Shot James, like I don't know if you remember him or not, but like he was.
I do.
Like his last video was 09, but like he posted like a lot of horror movie content, which I still go back and watch. Like I'll go and watch his stuff because that's how I got introduced to a lot of great old school horror movies was through him. So, but no, yeah, we have it was such an amazing community. And again, smaller, but the awesome people and awesome people now though. For sure. I love how YouTube has grown a lot. So
yeah.
But yeah, and Sarah is just you're one of my close friends, and I love you, and
I love you too.
And, I'm so glad you got.
As I'm chewing on my finger, I'm going Hannibal Lecter. If you guys notice, I'm a very finicky person. I can't I've been like this and that. I'm always
no worries.
Just being a finicky person, so. It's like I gotta just play with stuff.
I mean, that's why I hold things though. Like that's why I showcase stuff because sometimes like I have like I'll move my hands a lot. That's another thing I'll do. So yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you so much. So
yeah, like I said, Mission Impossible can wait a couple of hours.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna watch the original Friday before I go to bed. But thank you for everybody who tuned in. I know this is kind of last minute, but I wanted to do something for Friday for sure. So I wish I came in at the start. No worries, J-Dad. No. Just thank you for stopping in, buddy. We appreciate you, Jason. I appreciate you a lot, and thank you for your support, bud. Keep up with the great work with you too. So.
He's been in some of yours and Nick's streams.
Yeah. Yep, from like I think just from like the very beginning, I feel like too. So
cool, always. Yeah, I wish I could, but there's sometimes when you guys have it on Wednesday, and usually I work Wednesdays. So
yeah. So it's
and I don't know. I always find it even watching. I find I'm after sitting for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, I just get kind of drained, and I don't want to do that before I go for a 5-hour shift and I'm standing on my feet for the
No.
5-hour shift. So
No, I understand. I definitely understand. So
tell Nick to do Tuesdays instead.
I'll try. I mean, my Wednesdays are always like the easiest for me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't done them every week, but we're still doing them, and we'll see what our next topic's going to be. I'm going to contact him in a couple or this weekend and see how he's doing. So
Yeah. I'd love to join you both on that, like
that would be
on one
fun.
live stream on anything, whether it be horror, and God forbid if you say Godzilla, I'm your girl.
It
Can
sounds
talk
great.
about that for. We say we can talk about our 80s movies for hours. I'm like, I can talk to Godzilla until infinity happens. So
I'm like that with movies too. So.
yeah.
But anyway, just if you're watching the playback, thank you. If you're watching it now, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, this was kind of a random, spur of the moment thing, but I was like, let's celebrate the original
One of the
Friday the
greatest
13th.
movies of all time, in our
Yep.
opinion.
Yeah, exactly. So I love this so much. Oracle. Let's see.
Yeah.
And then Scream stuff. Jade, yes, love Scream. I'll definitely be doing some Scream reviews. Once
I still
Scream
gotta
7 is
watch
coming out.
5 and 6. I'm terrible with that.
You're good. Oh, they're great movies.
Yeah.
So I got I got some cool stuff coming on my channel this weekend. Have a great night. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Well, I
You
look
too,
forward
Oracle.
to it. So, and thank you. You have a great night too. So, but anyway, I appreciate you all watching. And Sarah, I love you, and I appreciate
love you
you
too, my
tuning
man.
in. So thank you for stopping in. So
No
it put a
problem.
smile on my face. I was like, come in the chat. Let's,
And I was like,
let's talk.
hell yes, let's do this. But again, let's not wait 2 years to do it again.
No, we're gonna talk. I mean, there's so many, I think, discussions that we could talk about when it comes to movies and physical media. So we will be. I'll come up with the topic, and we'll have to do something soon. So
yeah.
But anyway, I love you all, and we will talk soon. Okay. And Sarah, stay tuned because I'll talk to you a little bit after the stream. But
okay.
Love you all so much. All right.
And
talk to y'all later, guys.
I'm going to say something Justin usually says. Go eat some Skittles.
Go eat some Skittles. So
bye,
everybody.
We are.
That's right. Yes, that is so right. I know. That was like one of the first. That was the first year I got on YouTube. I was like, I'm going to come up with this. And, I never thought it'd be something that would last so long. But you know what? It's part of the charm. And I love it. So I love it. So anyway, much love to you all. And go eat some Skittles, my friends.
Night, guys.
Bye, everybody. Good night.